Something possibly dangerous is lurking behind a well-known school in our area, leaking freight trains. Now, some of them are packed just with smelly trash, but others have chemicals in them.
Yeah, concerned officials worried the noxious fumes from them were making kids sick, sickness including headaches and vomiting. It's the subject of tonight's Fact Finders report. Here's Peter Thorne. Peter?
What critics call the trash trains, because they haul garbage from a local landfill, belong to two different railroads. They sit on the tracks behind the school after one company drops them off, and they wait for the other company to pick them up. But the process can take so many hours in the hot sun, the stench of garbage has been compared to an open sewer. Is this any way to run a railroad? Officials from Christ the King Regional High School think not, calling these trains they've seen sometimes parked for 24 hours behind their school a real pain. And it's not the noise, it's the leaking fluids and the noxious fumes inundating the area around Metropolitan Avenue in Queens.
Have you smelled these trains?
Oh, it's hideous. It's absolutely disgusting.
It's like a constant smell of rotten eggs, a constant smell of decay.
I don't know how to describe it, but if you just basically had garbage, laying in the, 100-degree heat for weeks, that's what it smells like.
It's been going on for a year now, so this state senator and this city council member joining forces to get what they call the trash trains to stop turning Christ the King Regional High School's backyard into a smelly railroad parking lot that stinks to high heaven, especially when it's really warm outside.
This is unbelievable that they should subject our children and our residents and our neighbors to the possibility of disease.
He says these photos, taken by school officials and obtained by fact finders, reveal all. Rusting rail cars leaking who knows what right onto the tracks. Apparent attempts to sop up the leaking mess by covering it with an absorbing substance. Boxcars that, to the untrained eye, don't appear to be properly sealed. These boxcars bulging with exposed debris.
The top of the containers are wide open, garbage overflowing from the top, and the smell is absolutely disgusting.
During an unannounced visit before this railroad worker leapt from his train, called security and demanded we leave, I saw one boxcar clearly labeled dangerous phosphine gas, a chemical a federal health agency warns is extremely flammable and explosive, stinks like fish or garlic, and is a known respiratory tract irritant that attacks primarily the cardiovascular and respiratory systems, causing vascular collapse, cardiac arrest, and lung problems. Follow me through this fence, this open gate right here, and you'll see what they're all talking about. Trains like this one here with one car right behind another just stopped on these tracks, sometimes for hours, they say, and they say the stench is overpowering. 1,200 students attend Christ the King, another 1,500 in the adult education program, over 100 teachers and support staff. When the stinky smells waft through these schoolhouse windows, students, teachers, they're getting sick to the stomach. Some kids have even been sent home from school too ill to keep up with the classwork.
Our youngsters have thrown up. Our youngsters, their eyes tear, and they complain and go to the nurse.
State Senator Maltese is also chairman of the Board of Trustees at Christ the King. He sent this letter to one of the railroads he believes involved, demanding immediate action. Councilmember Como, who also sits on the school's Board of Trustees, now talking about going to court to stop the trash trains and protect staff and students from the fumes and chemicals they fear could cause serious medical and environmental problems down the road. Now, a spokesman for one of the railroads, New York and Atlantic, told fact finders he's seen the photos we just showed you and says most of them have nothing to do with garbage. He promised the rusted rail car you saw would be taken out of service and vowed to work with the garbage loader to better deodorize and clean the equipment. Calls to the other train company, CSX, were not returned. Now, if there's another story you want me to look into, don't just sit there. Let me know at our website, cw11.com/factfinders. And guys, the folks out there are hoping with the coming of cooler weather, the smell will be reduced.
Well, at least that'll give them a few months to get their
Get it together.
plan together.
That's right.
All
Get
right.
it together.
All right,
Peter.
thanks, Peter. Up ahead.